Esta conferencia comenzará a grabarse. Esta conferencia comenzará a grabarse.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm pleased that you enrolled in Environmental Chemistry for Engineers, which is the course that I'm going to be teaching throughout the semester in English. So it's going to be an important issue, the language in our course throughout the semester. So the first rule I have is that all exchanges of communication that we'll have should be related to the course, of course, should always be in English, okay? That includes emails, virtual classes that we are going to be having given the current situation worldwide, but also in the event that we go back to in-class classes, we should always keep to English, okay? So anything related to the course should and will be in English throughout the semester. Okay, well, so my name is 1ING12, as most of you probably already know. I'm an associate professor here at the Department of Engineering in Civil Engineering. And I've been teaching at PUCP for the past 6 years. So this is my 13th semester already teaching. Regarding this course, it's only the second time that I'm teaching it. I taught it back in 2018 to a group of about 30 students. It turned out to be quite an interesting course. And although now we are having to virtualize it, I'm working hard on making the class as digestible as possible. And also, by no means do I want to reduce the quality of my teaching or the quality of the contents that will be seen during the class. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is share my screen, and I'm going to show you some of the introducing information to the course. So remember that you all have Paideia activated. So all the information that I'm going to be teaching, sharing, etc., is going to be on Paideia. We can go into Paideia in a few minutes, and I can show you in further depth. Okay, so hold on a second. Here we go. There we are. So now you can see the full screen, and well, as you probably already know, if you're listening to me right now, today we are having an online class, and this means that you'll be connecting to the internet throughout the entire class. Some parts will be recorded by me, like what you're seeing right now, whereas others you'll have to connect to GoToMeeting, and we'll have an online interaction. Okay, so the class essentially is going to be divided into two main blocks. Block A is the one you're looking at right now, and I'm generating a presentation video in which I'm introducing myself, I'm introducing the course, and I'm going to also introduce the structure of the course and the grading system. Okay, so ideally it would be best if you could watch this video between 2 and 3 p.m. On the day of the class. Otherwise, you can see it previously. And remember that the video is all videos will be downloadable from Paideia. Okay. Right, block B will already start with the first topic that I've provided in the syllabus. So that's also going to be recorded. You're going to watch it for about an hour approximately, and then at around 4 p.m. we'll be connecting online to the link that you can see on your screens to GoToMeeting to have an online interaction. Okay, now the reason why I'm doing all these recordings and leaving a shorter time for interaction is because I want the highest quality of video throughout the whole class. Okay, bear in mind that everything will be recorded, so you can always go back to Paideia and you can go back through the videos. Okay. Now, something else that's important is that you're going to need a comfortable space with a good connection to the internet to listen to the recordings and to have the interactive forum discussions. Okay, so I know that this can be problematic. We're all having to connect from our houses, and we also have need some degree of organization within the household, because most of us don't live alone, and we've got to share space and time with other people. No? So just make sure that you organize yourselves, and you'll see that this course will go just fine. Then I'm also planning on taking attendance of the different classes. I'm still working on that. I'll let you know as soon as possible how attendance will be taken. Okay. Now, so now we are going to block A. So again, welcome to the course 1INGN12, or Environmental Chemistry for Engineers. And well, first of all, a little bit about myself. As you know, my name is Ian Vázquez Rowe. I'm originally from Santiago de Compostela, which is in Galicia, in northwestern Spain. And most of you might have heard of Santiago de Compostela due to the Camino de Santiago, which is this pilgrimage route from many places in Europe up to the city of Compostela. Okay, so there you've got a couple of links where you can also check out my research career. I've been now about 12 years in research, working mainly on environmental engineering and environmental management and assessment. So things like life cycle assessment, material flow analysis, industrial ecology, circular economy are some of my main fields of interest. And the sectors in which I've applied this knowledge is mainly linked to fisheries and agriculture, civil engineering, and waste treatment and wastewater treatment. Okay. So, well, I graduated from the University of Texas at Arlington back in 2006. And then I went back to my hometown and I studied a master's in environmental engineering. Which I finished in 2008, and from that date until 2012, I prepared and presented my PhD in chemical and environmental engineering at the same university. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, some of my research activities include life cycle assessment, which we'll be mentioning in this class, carbon footprint and water footprint, CO2 storage and capture, and I've applied these topics to a wide range of sectors, which I mentioned also earlier. No? You can see them listed there. So this also leads me to say that if any of you are thinking of doing your undergraduate thesis on one of these topics, feel free to contact me whenever you think it's convenient, and we can talk about a potential collaboration in which I could be your thesis director. Okay. Now, usually when we've got an in-class session, each of you presents yourself, right? But this cannot be done now. So what I'm going to ask you all is to prepare a small, a short video of 1 minute more or less, in which you present yourself, you tell me how old you are, where you're from, what city or region in Peru you're from. Most of you are probably from Lima, but there'll be people from elsewhere. Also, what do you expect from this course, and how do you think this course will help you in the future? Okay, so just a 1 minute video, and remember that there'll be a specific section in Paideia where you can upload the video, and this is a way for me to get to know you all, and at least put a face to the name I can see on the internet. Okay, good. So how's this course structured? So we've got 14 sessions. We've got 14 sessions of class. This is the first one. And we'll be meeting every Tuesday at 2 p.m. either through recordings or through a forum discussion. Okay. And the idea is that I'm going to be teaching the whole material that I had planned if the class were presential. So I am not going to lower the level of the class, but I am going to work as hard as possible for the course to be fully adapted to the digital world. Okay. Now I'm keeping the midterm and the final exams. Those will be evaluated, but it's not going to be a traditional exam. You're going to probably have to write an essay I'm going to give you material for you to write that essay, and you'll have to upload the essay on a given date. And I'm going to use Microsoft Word to correct it, and I'll be grading your essay, okay? This is something that I partially did the previous time I gave this course in 2018, and it turned out quite well. But now, given the situation, I have to go fully towards this scheme, okay? I'll be talking about that later. Now, usually I have hours for you to come for tutoring, which were usually on Monday afternoons. But given the current situation, we're going to have to do this all through email. So just send me an email for any doubts you may have about grading, about the structure of the course, about attendance, about grading, about any technical issue that I'm teaching in class. And I'll make sure that I respond to all my emails within 48 hours, okay? Otherwise, make sure you reply again. You just send me another email noting that I hadn't replied to the first one. Sometimes I might miss an email or two, no? But usually I will reply within those 48 hours. Okay. Now, so I talked about the essays, right? So what we are going to do is learn how to write a newspaper article or newspaper chronicle based on scientific information, okay? So on the one hand, we are going to use The Guardian, which is a British paper, as a reference newspaper. So I'll be sending you some emails or posting information that is published on The Guardian about current environmental information, okay? So on the one hand, we are going to have the advantage that there's going to be a lot of information linked to climate change and to the coronavirus in The Guardian the next few weeks. The disadvantage is that this may skew us towards specific topics, and we might leave others untreated. No? So we are going to have to try and balance it out. Okay. So for now, I still haven't planned the final exam, but for now, the midterm exam will be linked to the writing of a newspaper chronicle related to a current environmental topic. So I'm going to be giving you 3 or 4 documents. Most of them will be scientific articles published at some point, and others may be newspaper documents. And what you're going to have to do is write a newspaper chronicle, about 400 or 500 words, more or less. I'll give you the details in future lessons. And you're going to prepare an essay, and I'm going to grade. That's going to be it. And it's something quite interesting. It's something a bit different also from a traditional exam. And sometimes people feel that they learn more like that. So yeah, that's going to be a bit the scheme for the exams during the semester. Okay. Now this will be the end of this block A. But before I cut this recording, I want to go into Paideia just to show you a few essential information. I know you already all know how to use it, but just to be on the safe side, I'd rather we do a small rehearsal on Paideia. Okay, so here we go. I'm entering the web. Hopefully it's not going too slow since I'm recording. It's not asking for my password, which is good. This makes things a bit quicker. So here you can see environmental chemistry for engineers. Okay. So this recording I'm doing before everything's visible for the students. Okay. So I'm going to have to activate the edition so that you all guys can see everything. So as you can see here, you've got the essential information of the course, the grading system, activities, chronogram, the syllabus, which is also good for you to check. I'll be posting some scientific papers in this folder here that you can see. Also some other interesting environmental reports. And then we've always got this avisos area in which we can, well, I can send you notifications and we can have an online discussion if needed. Okay. Now in section 1, this is linked to the first week of class. Each section represents 1 week of class. And as I say, that you cannot see this yet. No, I'm the only person that can see it, but you'll see it activated in a few days. And then, well, the document of the lesson in PDF will be available. No? So all the slides that you've just seen will be available. There's the individual video of students. No? So as I mentioned earlier, you're going to record a video of yourselves about 1 minute and you're going to upload it to the system. And I've also added here a document on how to write a newspaper article. Since this is going to be the main way of grading you this semester, it's good for you to already start getting familiarized with how a good newspaper article should be written. Okay? So other than that, for now, I think that we are good. I'm going to cut this recording in a few seconds. And remember that after this recording, you'll have a second recording the day of today, in which we'll be already talking about science and environmental engineering challenges. Okay, so bye for now. Remember that we've got this second part of the class in a few minutes coming up, and then we'll also have the interactive discussion forum. So welcome to the course, and remember that I'm here to make the course as fulfilling for you as possible. Okay, so bye.